our fifth chapter, Qbasic looping structures. Qbasic looping structures. So in Qbasic, we have already gone through some commands. What are they? You can see that commands in page number 36. let, rem, print, cls, input, color, goto, if then else. So these all are some commands which is already learned. Then going to the next page, Qbasic looping structures. Looping structures are the ones which are used for repeating the execution of a statement or a set of statements. So simply we are using looping for some repeated steps. It may be a single repeated step or it may be a set of statements. Just imagine that you have to type some numbers. If it is a short range number like 1 to 5 or 5 to 10, it is very simple to type. But whenever the range increasing, like we have to type the values from 1 to 1000 or 1 to 10,000, then in this case it is very difficult to type all these numbers manually. At this moment, what we can do, we can get the help from these all looping structures. We can make use of the repetition of the code with the help of looping structures. So simply we can say that looping means iterating or repeating the execution. Looping means iterating or repeating the execution. So what are the looping structures available? What are the control structures used for looping? Let us discuss. That are while, wend, do loop, for next, etc. So the first point is coming as while wend. While wend. While wend means it executes a block of statement repeatedly until the specified condition is true. Until the specified condition is true. Just you can have an example here. Actually, it's an example developed using if condition. If condition. I'll just explain the program. First line, num equal to 1. That means num is a variable here. 1 is a value here. So we are assigning the value 1 to the variable num. In the next line, you can have L1. Actually, L1 stands for a label. But we didn't call any label here. And you can see that the next line, num equal to something. That is also coming under label. So just you have to go to the fourth line. That is, if num less than or equal to 10, then go to L1. So we have a value 1 in the variable num. So we are checking that num here. If num less than or equal to 10, we can just put the value there. That means if 1 less than or equal to 10. Is that condition correct? Yes, 1 less than or equal to 10 is correct. Then we can go to the remaining portion of the same line. That is, then go to L1. Then go to L1. L1 is a label here. You can customize the label name like label, like your name. Whatever you can name there as a label. Then we can see a line like then go to L1. So what it means? It means we have to go to a label L1. Is there any L1 available? Yes, in the second line you can see L1 colon print num. What is the num here? Print num means what will be in your display screen? What will be the answer? That is 1. 1. Right. You can see the same program is coded using the execution text editor. Here you can see L1 colon print num. Then the first value 1 is printed on the first line. Then num equal to num plus 1. Num equal to num plus 1. That means num equal to 1 plus 1. So num equal to 2. Again it is checking the condition. If 2 less than or equal to 10. Yes, correct. Then go to L1. Again print num. That means 2. Then it is incrementing by 1. That is 3. Then again checking the condition. 3 less than or equal to 10. Go to L1. So it is repeating whenever we are getting the value 10. So 10 less than or equal to 10. Is that correct? Yes, it is less than or equal to. We have a symbol equal to here. So 10 less than or equal to 10 is correct here. So it is again going inside the L1 and it is printing num. 10 is printing there. After that incrementation process will be took place there. Then the value will be becoming 11. 11 less than or equal to 10. Is that correct? No. It is not correct. So it is going to the next line, that is end. End. So it's a simple problem solved using if condition. If condition. We can replace it with while. We can replace it with while. So before going to that program, let us discuss some more points about while went. So while went is more meaningful than any other concept, and also it is a simplified way in our programming. So it is meaningful and also it is simplified way. Then it is continuously doing the execution of a set of specified statements until a specified expression is false. Until a specified expression is false. In this example also, in this if condition also, whenever our value is 11, at that moment this condition is gone wrong, then only we are going out from that label, right? So like that it is going out from that while went until the specified expression is false. In other words, as long as specified condition is true. Then it is called a looping structure, as it repeats the set of statements until a specified expression is false. And that is as long as specified expression is true. Then we can simply go to our problem. You can see here the example number 1. Example number 1. This is the example number 1 coded in the text editor. So first line is CLS. Why we are using CLS? CLS is used for clear the screen. Clear the screen. So after clear the screen, all the remaining data from the previous execution will be cleared from the output box. After that you can see the next line is num equal to 1. So we are again assigning a value 1 to the variable num. Then while num less than or equal to 10. So we are checking the condition using while. Num means 1. 1 less than or equal to 10. Is that right? Yes. So it is entering inside the while condition. Then print num. So print num means 1 will be printed there. After that num equal to num plus 1. That means num equal to 1 plus 1. That is 2. Then 2 will be go again inside that num condition checking criteria on the while. 2 less than or equal to 10. Is that right? Yeah. So it is again printing the 2. Then it is incremented by 1. And it repeat its criteria up to the value 10. 10. Whenever we are getting the answer as 10, it is again checking the condition. Yes, it is okay. While 10 less than or equal to 10. At that moment the answer is correct. So again it is printing the number 10. Then num equal to num plus 1. That means num equal to 10 plus 1. And what will happen in next step? It will be incremented. That means num equal to 11. 11 less than or equal to 10. Is that right? No, it's wrong. Then it is going out from the while statements. So it is going to the went line. It is the end line of the while loop. So we are getting the answer 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10 only. So this is the explanation for this program. I'll just repeat it once again. Num equal to 1 means it's the num value initialized with 1. Initialized with 1. Then while num less than or equal to 10, num value is checking here with a condition that is less than or equal to. So whatever the value coming under or equal to 10, below or equal to 10, it will be considered inside the while. If it is greater than 10, then it is not entering inside the while loop. Next line is print num. That is, num value is printed using this line. Next is num equal to num plus 1. That means num value is incremented by 1. So if you are changing the value number 1 to 2, like num equal to num plus 2, then what will happen? In the result, you can get the answer like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 only. Okay, so that is the difference coming under these conditions. Then the last line is wend. Wend means it is the end of the while loop. It is the end of the while loop. And you can see the flow chart of the same. Flow chart for the same while loop. So we are giving an initialization num equal to 1. After that we are checking the while loop. So condition checking will be took place inside the diamond shape. And after that, if the condition is true, then it is going to print num. Then it is incrementing its value and repeating the same condition checking criteria. And whenever the condition is going wrong, you are getting a wrong answer, then it will be going to the no line and it will complete its while. Then we have the next example. Example number 2. Example number 2. Let us move to our problem. This is example number 2. So why we are using this example number 2? It is used to print the odd numbers ranging from 1 to 50. Ranging from 1 to 50. So you just need to find its conditions and find the result right here. Is there any difference? Is there only odd numbers available here? Actually not. Actually not. So we have just take a smaller difference from the problem. This is not used for odd. In your textbook you can have the problem to find only odd numbers, and here you can see the numbers with the difference of 3. With the difference of 3. So example number 2 can be discussed using this problem. Example number 2. Look at this. Num equal to 1. That means we are initializing the number as 1. Then while num less than or equal to 50. So your number must be less than or equal to 50 only. And print num. So whatever the number given, it will be printed. Then num equal to num plus 2. So the first value is 1 here. So num equal to 1 plus 2 means 3. And in the next step, it will again incremented by 2. 3 plus 2 means 5. Then 5 plus 2 means 7. So this is a problem used to print the odd numbers. Odd numbers. And whenever it is stop, when it will stop execution, whenever the number is becoming up to 49 less than or equal to 50. Yes, it is correct. At this moment only it will execute. After that it won't execute because that number will be 51 and it is not less than or equal to 50. Okay. So if you would like to enter any particular difference, here the difference of the values between these all values will be 2. But in this example which we have done here will be The difference 3. You can see the answer on the right side with the black box. 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19, up to 49 are there. So this is the difference with 3. Then we have our next point, that is do loop. Do loop. So what do you mean by do loop? Let us discuss what is do loop. Actually, do loop command repeats execution of a set of statements in 2 cases. In 2 cases. What are the 2 cases which we have? First case will be while a condition is true. While a condition is true. As long as condition is true itself. Then what will be the second condition? That will be until a condition becomes true. As long as the condition is false. So just we can brief it. You can see the syntax for both these cases. First case you can see that is for do loop while. Do loop while. Do is there. Then statements are executing. After that loop while conditional expression. So what it means actually? If condition is true, the statement will be executed. If condition fails, the control exit from the loop. The control exit from the loop. So just we can brief it with the help of the flow chart. You can see a statement is there. Statement is entering inside this do statement. After that you can see some statements are there like statement number 1, 2 and all. After that it is checking a condition, and if that condition is true, then it is again going to the statements and executing these all statements again and again. And whenever the condition is gone wrong, it will be going to the end of the loop. End of the loop. That is the working of while. Do while. Then the next is do until. Do loop until. Here you can see do statement, then statement number 1, 2 and all. After that loop until conditional expression. So what is the program or criteria inside this area? If condition is false, the statement will be executed. If condition is false, the statements will be executed. If condition becomes true, the control exits from the loop. If condition becomes true, the control exits from the loop. Let us discuss this also with the help of flow chart. You can see here statement do is here. Then we are entering inside the statement number 1, 2 and all. After that condition is checking there. Then if condition is false, then it is again coming to the statement number 1 and repeating it many more times. Whenever the condition is giving you a true answer, it will complete its execution and go out from that loop. That is the criteria taking place in this area. So that means simply we can say that the do while loop is a pre-test loop and do until loop is a post-test loop. Post-test loop. If we are testing it as prior, that means if condition is not a true one, it will automatically go out from that loop and it won't print anything. But if it is a post-test loop, at this moment, it will execute at least once. At least one output will be there from that loop. Just we will explain the program. Num equal to 1. So we are initializing the num as value 1. Do. Then print num. What is the value of num? 1. So print 1. Then num equal to num plus 1. That means num equal to 1 plus 1, that is 2. Then loop while num less than or equal to 10. Loop while num less than or equal to 10. What will happening here? That is checking the condition is that number is less than or equal to 10. Yeah, obviously it is less than or equal to 10. So it is again repeating its statements and it is printing the values. So what will be the answer? That is 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10 will be the answer. And what will be the post-test loop? You can see here, do loop until num equal to 1, do print num equal to num plus 1. These all lines are same as the pre-test loop. But what is in the next line? Loop until num greater than 10. That means it will execute. But whenever the number is greater than 10, at that moment the execution will be stopped there. So you are getting the result as same as the previous steps. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10. The same outputs are getting from the two programs. Two programs are giving you the same result. So just we will brief it. Just we will brief the points of while went and do loop. While went means first checks the condition. While went first check the condition. That's why we are calling it with the name pre-test loop. If condition is true, the statements are executed. If it breaks from the loop, when it will break the loop, it will break the loop at the else condition. When will be the else condition? If the statements are giving you a false answer, then it will go out from that loop. The loop will be executed 0 or more times based on the condition. So whatever your condition will be, it will obey its condition. Then do loop. Next is do loop. First, the statements are executed. So condition is not checking at the first moment here. That means it's a post-test loop. It's a post-test loop. Then check the condition. If condition is true or false, then the statements are executed with the help of these true or false conditions. How we can classify them? True for while, false for until. True for while, false for until. Else it break the loop. Else it will break the loop. And the loop will execute one or more times based on the condition. So at least once it will execute because it's a post-test loop. Because it's a post-test loop. Then we can go to our next problems. You can see some problems are given here. Let us discuss these all problems. Here you can see this is a problem to find the sum of 1 to 25. 1 to 25. Let us check all these problems. So in these all problems, you can see two ways are using in the same question. The first problem is to write a program to find the sum of 1 to 25. Sum of 1 to 25. So two ways are given here. One is with while, one is with while went. While went. You can see in the first example, CLS, that means clear screen. Let num equal to 1. Let sum equal to 0. So num is a variable and its value is 1 now. Sum is also a variable. Its value is 0 now. Then we are going to the do statement and sum equal to sum plus num. Sum equal to 0 plus 1. That means 1. Then num equal to num plus 1. That is num equal to 1 plus 1. Num equal to 1 plus 1. That means The value inside sum will be, what will be the value? Sum will be 1 and num now we become as 2. Then while we are checking the loop while num less than or equal to 25. It is checking the condition that is it less than or equal to 25. Yeah, it's less than or equal to 25. So again it is going inside the do statement and it is getting the sum plus num. That means sum is 1 at the first level. It will add the value of num. What is the current value of num? That is 2. 1 plus 2. Then num equal to num plus 1 will give you the answer 3. Then it will again go inside the do statement by checking is that number is less than or equal to 25. So it will take the values like 1, 2, 3, 4 and all the values within the range 1 to 25. 1 to 25. And then after getting the values up to 25, it will go out from that loop. How it is going out? It is just because it is checking that 26 less than or equal to 25. Is that a right statement? No. So it will go to the next line. Print sum equal to and it will give you the sum. You can see after a semicolon we are typing sum. That means it will give you the value inside the variable sum. So it will add like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus up to the number 25 and its sum will be 325. 325. So in the next example you can see the same question. CLS, then let num equal to 1, sum equal to 0. While num less than or equal to 25. So it is checking the condition at first. Then only it will go inside the loop. Then sum equal to sum plus num. That means 0 plus 1. At this moment sum value will be 1 here. Then num equal to num plus 1. So num equal to 1 plus 1 means it is 2 now. Then it will again go inside that while and checking that is that number is less than or equal to 25. Yeah, it's less than or equal to 25. So it will again repeat the same task up to 25. 25. If it is going to the number 26, then that condition is gone wrong. How it is gone wrong? Just check it. While 26 less than or equal to 25. Is that right? No, it is wrong. So easily it is going out from that while loop. So wend is working there and then print semicolon sum. That means whatever the value will be inside that sum will be printed on the screen. And the last line is end. So simply we are finding the sum of 1 to 25. Then the next problem is to read 10 different numbers and find the sum of those 10 numbers. So randomly you have to enter any 10 numbers, any 10. It may be 1 digit, it may be 2 digit, it may be 3 digit, whatever it will be. So you just need to enter any 10 numbers and after that you will get its sum. You will get its sum. So how we can do this task? You can see here CLS, clear screen. Then let num equal to 1 and let sum equal to 0. Then while num less than or equal to 10. Num is 1 here. 1 less than or equal to 10. Yeah, it's a right condition. Then it is entering inside the while loop. So the next line will be input A. Input A. So this is the line which will help you to enter any value with the help of your keyboard. So input A will give you the question mark in this answer black area. Then only you can type your number there. So after input A, sum equal to sum plus A. Sum equal to sum plus A means sum equal to 0 plus A. So if I am entering 1, that means sum equal to 0 plus 1. So sum will be 1 at this moment. And after that, num equal to num plus 1. So num equal to 1 plus 1. That will be num equal to 2. Then it will again go inside the while condition and it will check that is that a number which is less than or equal to 10. So it will repeat the criteria up to 10. Whenever it is becoming 11 less than or equal to 10 means it's a wrong condition. So it will go to wend. Wend means it will complete its condition checking and while criteria and it will go to the next line, print. Print sum semicolon sum. That means whatever the final value will be stored inside the variable sum will be printed by this line. That means here I have given some values like 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. So 10 values I have given. Here 5 ones are there. 5 zeros are there. That means it is getting its sum and the sum is 5. Then in the next program you can see CLS. Let num equal to 1. Let sum equal to 0. Do input A. After that sum equal to sum plus A. That means sum equal to 0 plus A. 0 plus A. So if we are giving any values at that moment, that will be the sum. Then num equal to num plus 1. That means 1 plus 1. Num will be becoming to the value 2. Then it will go to the loop while num less than or equal to 10. So the while condition means it will execute whenever the condition is giving you a true answer. So while num less than or equal to 10. So it will check the condition up to the number 10 only. Whenever it is becoming the value 11. While 11 less than or equal to 10. At this moment, this statement will be completing its execution and it will go to the next line, that is print sum semicolon sum. That means simply you will get your final answer with the help of the variable sum. And the last line is end. You can see in the next black box, I have given only ones. Ones are the input values which I have given in this conditions. So after inputting all these ones, here we are getting only the facility to enter 10 numbers. That means 10 ones are there. So the sum will be 10 itself. Then we can have our next problem, that is write a program to find the product of 1 to 5. 1 to 5. So simply we have gone to the program CLS. Let num equal to 1. Let product equal to 1. Num equal to 1. Product equal to 1. So why we are giving the product as 1? In the case of sum, if any value is going to 0, it won't be affected on the answer. But in the case of product, if you are multiplying any value with a 0, it will give you the answer 0. That's why here we are giving the variable product with a value 1. We can't give 0 here. It will go wrong. Then it is entering inside the do. Then prod equal to prod star num. So in the previous example, we have done the step like a sum equal to sum plus num. But here it is product equal to product into num. That means product into num will be given as a product. So 1 into 1, that is 1 at this moment. Then num equal to num plus 1, that is num equal to 1 plus 1, that means num equal to 2. So it will again go inside the do, and currently our product is 1. So 1 into the current num is 2. 1 into 2, that is 2. So it will again go to the num and incremented by 1. Then it will come to the prod and multiply with num. So these are the steps which is continuously doing. When it is continuously doing? After the loop statement only. You can see while num less than or equal to 5. While num less than or equal to 5. So at this state, you will check the condition that you are only entering a number which is less than 5. 5 or equal to 5. How we can say that it is equal to 5? Simply you can see the condition less than or equal to 5. Less than or equal to 5. And whenever it is becoming a number 6, it won't be going back to that condition do. It will automatically come to the next line print, and it will print the result product. Whatever the value which is stored in the prod area, it will be printed on your display screen. Then the next example you can see CLS. Let num equal to 1, let prod equal to 1. Then after that, while num less than or equal to 5. Num less than or equal to 5. That means current value is 1. 1 is less than or equal to 5. Is that a correct statement? Yeah, obviously it's a current statement. It will go to the next line prod. Prod equal to prod into num. 1 into 1. That means 1. Then in the next line, num equal to 1 plus 1, 2. Then it will again go to while statement and it will check the condition 2 less than or equal to 5. Yeah, it's right. So it will again come back to the next line, prod equal to prod into num. So like that it will continuously doing its task whenever the num value will be becoming up to the value 5. Only up to 5. If it is 6, then 6 less than or equal to 5 is a wrong command. Then automatically it will go to wend and it will go to the next line print. So at this moment it will be giving you the answer of the product. So it will give you the answer 120, 120. Then you can see few questions are there as exercises. Write the format of while when statement. It's very simple to write. It's already coded in your chapter. Then give the flowchart representation of the while when statement. Explain the two formats of do loop statement with examples. Give the flowchart representation of do loop, while, do loop, until statement. Then what will be the output of the following program segment? Also write the same code using do loop. So just we need to find its output. You can see the code. Let n equal to 10. So currently the value of n will be 10. While n greater than or equal to 0. Obviously it will be greater. Right. Obviously it will be greater. Then it will go inside print n. So print n means 10 will be printed there. After that, let n equal to n minus 2. So in the examples which we have discussed, we have only done incrementation processes. But now you can see a decrementation process. We are decrementing the n by 2. So current value of n is 10 actually. So whenever we are giving this line like let n equal to n minus 2, that means n equal to 10 minus 2. Right. That means n will become to the number 8. It will again go and check the condition that 8 is greater than or equal to 0. Yeah, it is a right statement. So it will come to the next line print n. That means print 8. Then let n equal to n minus 2. That is n equal to 8 minus 2. That is 6. So it will check the condition and it will give you the answers like 10, then 8, 6, 4, 2, 0, -2. You can see on the right side a black box is available there which is giving you the answer. So here you can see a value -2. How we can get the answer -2? It is just because of the while condition. N greater than or equal to 0 means we will get the values up to 0. 0 is greater than or equal to 0. At this moment also we will execute it. Then what will be the answer? It will be, let n equal to n minus 2. n equal to 0 minus 2. So that is the criteria, and after that it is printing the n. So this is the criteria, or this is the answer of this question. So simply we have completed our 5th chapter. Thank you.